Very good.
Okay.
And with that, I'm delighted to introduce Mr. James Terry with Jazztime Smooth Radio. I've known James for a while now. He was a tenant in our Focus Suites at one point. And we're real proud of what James has built. He's overcome a lot of obstacles to become a business owner. And one thing you may not know, and I hope James doesn't mind me saying, but James even endured a stroke a few years ago, and yet he kept plugging away. He's fearless about making sales calls, which I really admire, because that's tough. It really is. But James has no fear about doing that. He is not afraid to call anybody or knock on anybody's door. And so with that, I turn it over to James. James, thanks for sponsoring today. Thank you for this awesome T-shirt. And take it away.
Okay, now I know you because I was at marketing for Mental Health Association with Alan Green, and you gave us how to get board members. You don't remember me?
No.
That's all right.
I don't remember the presentation.
Yeah, well, you did good. Okay, and I know Fred because I was in this, but then yeah, thing happened, and it was a new experience. I had a really good speech therapist that really helped me. But one of the reasons it helped me the most was the nurse. When I got the stroke, she told me the next day, say, I know you can't talk. I know you blah, 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 blah. And she said, here's what you can do. Read the Bible every day loud, and that'll help you put the words together. And it happened. And so like when I had to have I was with the Downtown Association, I had a lot of changes because I had one person we didn't agree. And so I had my friend who's a lawyer. I say, well, he's going to speak for me. And Ray Atwood, he got his law office. I've known him for 40 years. We went to university together, and so he said, I'll be your speaker. But it didn't. The other lady who we had a disagreement with, she was this hard to deal with.
That was very diplomatic.
It was. It's the truth. But I really love being here, because being in here, I was right at that office, this 17, yeah, that's what, I was right there for 3 years. I learned a lot. The coaches was amazing, all of them. What I love, sometimes we didn't disagree on different ways of doing things, but I say, well, that's something to think about, and I can apply it. So I'm always adaptable. And so now what's going to happen today, I know you don't know, we have Brian Holland from Omaha. His jazz band is going to be 88th and O at noon. If you like, because his jazz band, they do jazz, pop, and R&B, and they are fantastic. Now what I like you to do, go to my website, and I have 12 different bands that you can see on my website. And you go to my website, and then you go to my website. It says it's Jazztime Smooth Radio. Push the little button to say radio, music, and you will hear 48 hours of continuous music. And that's good. And then I found out I have 5,000 listeners. But it's not always, they're not always some of them are in Africa, some in France, but a lot of them are from Lincoln. No, not all of them, because some are in Colorado and some in Denver, whatever. They like, then they email me sometimes, say, hey, can you do a song for me? I say, I can't, because I don't have a staff. But I'm going to get some interns. This is what I've been wanting to do a long time. So Steve and Kat, they helped me do amazing things. It's amazing. Pete, the governor, he gave a proclamation talking about jazz appreciation in April. That's jazz. April is Jazz Month, international. So he gave it every year. So he said, don't remember to do this so I can tell everybody about your jazz radio. And so what I'm going to do, all month I'm going to have groups at different places, and they're going to talk about jazz and how the young people can get involved and stuff like that. And so I think that's enough about me. You got any questions about? Yes.
Is that an SCC then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
James, go ahead and tell us a little bit about, okay, the shirts say diversity through music. Explain what you're doing for SEC and the opportunity that maybe it's bigger than just SEC. Because I'll, if you don't mind, I'll
You go
talk
ahead.
a little bit.
Yeah.
All colleges have diversity requirements. And so James talked to our diversity officer, a guy named Jose Soto, and they developed this concert series, and James books all the bands for it. And these performances are live on the main campus,
Yes.
open to the public, so you all can come if you want at noon. It's in the cafeteria area. And right on the back of my shirt, you're welcome to take a picture, is a calendar of the upcoming concerts and who's playing. And so this helps the college fulfill their diversity requirements by providing diverse music for the student body to listen to. We broadcast it live to all the campuses at the same time. And so James has kind of found a niche there. And are you talking to other colleges about this?
I'm talking with UNL and Union College. That's all I can do, those two at time, because it's a lot of work and it's fun. Because I know Spencer, who is a friend of mine, and he does Lincoln Calling, and he said you gotta more different types of music, James. And I say, okay. Because when Spencer does this Lincoln Calling, it's like 100 different types of music coming to Lincoln, and then it's amazing. And so I'm working with the Visitors Bureau, give me a little money to do all this, and so I love asking for money. I like to, and I need $10 a day. Can you help me? Okay. So I've been a salesman all my life because I sold papers and I did snow removal. So I had to always talk to people, and they'd always give me extra money for this and that, because they know my aunt was a nurse's aide, so she didn't have too much money, and so I had to go out and make the money at 12, and so it was a good experience. I had the downtown people, the bars, they say, oh, some of them they say, why are you here? I say, I gotta work, I gotta make some money. But a couple of bars, they say, you must not be able to read. I said, why you say that? They say, well, we don't like colored people. I said, really? But she say, because we don't know none. I said, well, then you need to. They say, why? I said, well, my cousin was on city council, John, I can't remember my own cousin's name. But anyway, he was a lawyer. So I say, you just don't know black people. So you get to come, let me go to your house and we have a dinner. And some of my, when I was at Bancroft, it was school. It was elementary, and Bancroft. They had the principal. She was good, and so she said, "Yeah, James, we want you to come to and stay here because we have Bancroft was a school for the teachers college, so a lot of the teachers came in, and so I had a lot of new ideas about how to help my people at Bancroft. Then I went to Whittier, and that was down the street from us. Then from Whittier I went to Lincoln High. Any Lincoln High people here? There you go.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Good school. And then I went to university. That was really good. I got a grant to go to university, and my sociology professor says, "You got to go to I want you to help the people in the Malone area." I said, "Why me?" He said, "Because you love sociology." I said, "Okay, I can do that." And so I've had many experiences, jobs. I was in mental health, did that. Then I did the Malone Center. I did with youth, disadvantaged youth, like I was. And then I worked with the nursing homes now. So I've had 40 years of really diverse education. And so I'm just happy that people, I went to Lincoln Leadership. I was in class number 2. If you know anything about Lincoln Leadership, anybody? Okay, that's good. Lincoln Leadership is it's a 1-year program, and that you get to learn everything about Lincoln, the good and the bad. And they have a lot of bad things happen in Lincoln, because we had the Klan was in the Lincoln. People don't know that, but my friend McWilliams, he had a cafe, and the Klan members, after they did their marches, they would go in his cafe and take the hoods off, say, "McWilliams, I need some biscuit and gravy." And so this is what happened in Lincoln, Nebraska. I know you don't know these things, but when you go to Lincoln, there's a guy, I can't remember, he does Ed somebody. He knows the whole history of Lincoln. Yes, that man is amazing. And he got pictures and everything. My grandfather was a Mason. And so he did that, and my grandfather was the Masons and the Elks, and he did it, and he wasn't supposed to do that because you're supposed to be separate, but we didn't have that many minorities at that time, but we did because we had the air base at that time. When we had the air base tell us, you can't mess with my black friends here because they're from the army, and so leave them alone. And so when the police would get mad, and because they always be mad, they'd say, "What you doing here? Why are you here?" A lot of things happen. Like my friend who went to Westland, and then what's his name? Anyway, he was he's with Lincoln Public Schools, and he told a lot of people, say, the police would just stop us for no reason because of our skin of our, yes. So Lincoln is not but it's changing. It's really changing, because when I worked with Helen Masalis, and And the other lady who was a mayor, yes, she was good too. She was a Methodist. And so, oh no, that's not, that's I started with the Methodist, I went to Baptist, and then I become a Jehovah's Witness. So, you know, I did all of it. So it's been I've had a very fun year, 40 years, and I'll be 70 in a couple of weeks. So, yes.
For your business, for your music, how do you create income or revenue?
That's a good question. I get money mostly from sponsors. And so, you know, sometimes they say, well, we don't know you, James. I say, yeah, well, you will. Because I'm going to tell you how you could help me and help you at the same at the same time. And so after they'd say maybe next year. I said, okay, that's cool. And so the next year I come back, how you doing? Remember me? Yeah, a little bit. I said, I got this opportunity to help your business and help me too with free concerts. So I've been doing for 5-6 years now, free concerts. And they say, how you can make money for that? Well, at the free concerts, I got a collection pay like they do Jazz in June. And as a matter of fact, I was the number one getting money at Jazz in June. My friend Martha, she started that 40 years ago when she came up here from Iowa. And she with Nebraska ETV, she's a fantastic woman. And so that's a little bit about me. What else?
I'm curious as to why jazz. Can you sort of explain and expand a little bit what jazz means to you?
Well, it's a lot of different types of jazz. We got classical jazz, we got smooth jazz, we got acid jazz, you got hip hop jazz. So you go Google it and you find out. Google tell you better than I can.
So on your SCC concerts, are they broadcast?
They are.
Okay, so you can go to your station?
No.
Okay.
They're just broadcast to the other SEC
Okay,
campuses.
is there a chance eventually or an opportunity that you'll be able to put it on your station too, so that the rest of us
That's a
that?
good idea.
You know, I'm once I get interns, they can help me do all that because I'm only one person.
How long have you been doing the diversity series now?
I think this is my 4th year. Yeah. When I came and talked to Jose, he said that'd be great, and so and then he gave me the names at the university and at Union College, and I'm going to talk to them. So I'm excited about that. Go ahead.
You might talk to Tony too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like Dawn because I had a friend. She died this couple of years ago. I can't remember her name, but she helped me. Because my friend, his name was Sam Jones. Anyway, Sam got his degree. He went to prison. He killed somebody in a fight, and so he was in the prison for about maybe 25 years. But then he went to Centerpoint, helped him to clean up his life, and so then he went to Dome and he got a master's degree. And he's about 66 years old. So you could have a past, but do you have a new beginning because from being clean from drugs and stuff like that, it helps. I also had a drug problem in my about when I was 40. I waited to do stupid things at 40. And then I got,
Too late, is it?
yeah, I got hooked on crack cocaine and marijuana, and I had a lot of customers. And I say, so when I went to AA and meetings, I say, enough. I want to be clean like I was before this happened. So I go to a lot of high schools and tell people about drugs is not good for you. It's just stupid. But the drug dealers, they all around. They always want money. So that's what happened.
One more question.
Oh, sorry. On your intern program, are you checking with like SEC or UNL? Because can't they do credit for something like this, Steve?
Yeah, there are work study programs and so
Okay.
forth, yes.
Well, right now I think I'm gonna write study with the people at the university because I went to university. I love Nebraska.
There's also a program through the state of Nebraska where they will help small businesses fund an internship.
Mm.
So that's something to consider for all of you. If you have
Yes.
a small business, if you need some
Tell us
extra help.
about what you're doing right now over downtown.
Okay, I have a new office, the Foundry, and we got a little cubicles, and that's about 300, and then we have just an office, a desk, and so you get internet and coffee. And so they told me and they got a coffee shop, and they say, well, James, we need music, and so once a month, I get a group for the Foundry. You know where Foundry's at? It's right across the street from Jersey Mike's. That's Randy Hawthorne. Yeah, he actor too. I got a couple of friends that have been. Martha was an actor, and a couple of my other friends was actors. So they go to Playhouse. One of my groups, Matoya, she's an actor, but she also has the voice of an angel. So she's been at the Playhouse many times, but she does more at the Omaha Playhouse than Lincoln. But they love her too. And I promoted her music, her band, and she got a band that is amazing. But all my bands are amazing because they are university people with history, because most of them are not the
Instructors or?
no, the ones that they not first students. They
Master.
some are masters and some PhDs. So those are the type of musicians I have. So my bands are outstanding because they got a music background. And so today, Brian Holland, coming from Omaha, amazing. You wouldn't believe it.
Okay. And 12 noon.
12 noon
8800 O Street.
in the cafeteria. So come and join us.
It's a nice break.
Yes,
That's how often?
once a month.
Yep, the schedule is on the back.
Yeah.
So you can take a picture of my back if you want. Well, James, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
As a thank you, we want you to take our Focus Suite mugs and show it off down at the Foundry.
Yes, I will. They would like that. Yeah,
All right.
yeah. He would like that.
I'll tell you, when James comes into my office, I always like to put down what I'm doing and listen to him because he's got some terrific stories, and I never get tired of hearing James tell stories. Because he does have a rich history in Lincoln and grew up in Lincoln at a time that a lot of us don't understand. So if you ever get a chance to sit down with James, take the time and visit, you'll enjoy it. So.
Yeah, I like to talk, so.
Thank you so much for being here. There's no need to rush off,
Yeah.
mingle, come up and talk to James some more. exchange business cards, meet somebody new. Remember, our next coffee will be in mid-January. So thank you for being here. If you're not getting our weekly newsletter, let me know and I'll sign you up for that. Thanks again.
And bring another friend.
Yeah.
Yes, because
All
it's
right.
it's good. You got any extra rooms here?
Right now, we're full.
You see, that's good.
Yeah, we're full.
Always good to see you.
Thank you too. Okay, I got